Hi everyone, Peter Kalos here with Melbourne Actors Lab. Today I want to talk to you about acting teachers and shitty acting teachers. I've heard horror stories, especially this week, like during class. I heard 3 during this week, and I thought, you know what, time to say something. I've actually experienced a lot of shitty teachers. Apart from the obvious, the whole sexual, inappropriate touching thing, that's just not even on the radar here. That's not what we're talking about. Having said that, I have heard many times. I remember one teacher here in Melbourne actually got arrested and went to court. And I remember everyone in class, or that used to go to his class, said, oh, I'd heard stories. And I stopped one guy and I said, what do you mean you heard stories? He goes, well, I'd heard. I said, well, you should have done something about it. At least said something or confronted the person, because you can't just be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood, I spent 20 years in Hollywood, as you all know, is the mecca of that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? All right. Sadly, especially now with the Me Too movement, we hope there's some kind of change or awareness. The awareness is definitely there, but that's a big one. And I tell people I try really hard to take care of, especially our women. You know what I'm saying? Here's why. You're vulnerable. You're in a place where you want to expose yourself emotionally, physically, all that kind of stuff. If you can't do that in the comfort of the classroom, you will not be able to do it on a set. So if you're doing a love scene, for instance, I'll give you an example, and you see 2 actors on stage and it gets very uncomfortable. First of all, as a teacher, you have to go with the chemistry between these 2 people. Do you know what I'm saying? All right? Then I tell people, sometimes you see the most uncomfortable looking thing. You see 2 people on stage and they're trying to do a love scene, so they feel like they have to make out. So then they go to kiss and you go, oh God, that's uncomfortable. It's not about that. It's not about showing skin. It's about intimacy. And what you can do as an acting teacher and as everyone else in class is, this is intimate. 2 people doing this with their hands. This is intimate. That's all you need sometimes, just a touch. I have people dance. I say, put some music on, turn the lights down low. We do it in front of everyone. We don't do it somewhere in a dark place somewhere. No, this is in front of everyone. We're professionals here. Dance with your partner. If that partner turns you on, great, use that. If they don't, and you're going to have to experience this, we say substitute. There's all these skills and factors that you can do. But really, it's about protecting the person so that they feel comfortable, so that they can do that. You can't do a freaking love scene, wearing jeans and a t-shirt. No, you have to be comfortable to wear something. I don't mind if people wear like a robe over everything. It's about them feeling a certain way. That's the whole sexual thing, and we're all aware of it, but it needs to be stated, and it needs to be protected, it needs to be clean, okay? We do everything on stage, in front of us, step by step. We don't force people to go where they don't want to. And eventually, over time, people get there and they feel very comfortable about it, right? Now, number 2, this is a big one, especially for me. I tell people all the time, and I've been in classes in LA where I go, oh my God, simple things. I'll give you an example. Many classes, when they go there, they go, why do you want to be an actor? And I go, it's actually no one's business. Because now when I ask someone why they want to be an actor, I'm in class, I'm brand new, I'm in front of, 10, 20 students. And it's like, I got to get the right answer here. And I go, no. That's private. That's your business. Keep it yours. Why you need to know is you, but you don't have to sit there exposing it. What I tell people all the time, use your private information, but don't talk about it. Use things. If I'm doing a scene, for instance, right? And there's a young girl there and she's playing my daughter, I could visualize or I could substitute or whatever skill you want to use, but I don't necessarily have to tell someone what I'm using. I'm still using it, but it's private. I don't want people to expose themselves. I give people, scenes about being an alcoholic, for instance, and people go, I just came out of AA. And I go, no. That's private information. Keep it. You don't want to expose. Now you're on a film set and everyone knows you just came out of AA, and there's all these pressures on you to perform and get it right. And it's no one's business on a film set or in a class what's going on with your life personally. I expect you to use it. I tell people very, as professionally as I can, I say, listen, if you've been down that path, keep your mouth shut, but use it. Here's how. If you haven't, here's how. We deal with all kinds of, someone turned up the other day and they did a scene where there's a young kid confronting a priest, that had sexually assaulted him. That's in the scene. I had the discussion with the kid, I had the discussion with the actor playing the priest. It's not my business what they've done. It's my business to say, hey, if you have this understanding, use it. If not, here's a way to get there. But never, ever, ever reveal. Now, a lot of teachers do this. For instance, they get on stage and they ask people questions or they poke things to get a reaction out of them. They do that primarily to sell a class. So then all the other students in class can go, oh my God, look at the teacher. It's amazing. He pushed him to the corner and, the kid exposed himself. Well, that actor had a nervous breakdown on stage because you pushed him there. And they feel exposed now. In that moment, they might feel, okay, oh my God, I got there. But they'll be a wreck and you're not actually teaching them a skill. The skill comes when you throw suggestions at them. What if? And they take in what suits them without telling us which one or what connection of a suggestion works for them. And then they use it. And then they realize, hey, I went down this path on my own. I can go into this storm and I can come out of the storm. That's part of our work, having that understanding and having that comfort level. The other thing I tell people is a good acting teacher, you don't tell actors how to do things. You don't say, I think you should pick up the cup on this line and I should, sit down on that line and say word with anger and say the word. That's no one's business what to do. It's not our job to tell people how to do stuff. It's our job to tell people, listen, this is what's going on in the scene. This is what the character could be doing. Here are 3 or 4, 5 suggestions. You come up with 5 more. I'm okay with it. As long as they make sense with the script, it's your work at the end of the day. I just give you tools. My job as an actor is to say, this is a screwdriver, here's how to use it. This is a hammer, here's how to use it. This is a drill, here's how to. I teach you the skills and the tools. How you use them, why you use them is your right as an artist to say, thanks for the tools, I'm going to create a table. How the table is created, how big, how small, that's your business. As long as it makes sense for the script. But we should never, ever, ever tell an actor, even a beginning actor, how to do things. We say, no, try this tool, try that tool, knock yourself out. It's your interpretation, your version of that character in that play. That's what you should do as a teacher, okay? And it helps the actor to go down that path and find it for themselves. Because if they find it for themselves, then it's a skill and a plus. The other thing I tell people all the time, get to know where your teachers studied. I've seen horror stories where, people literally fly to LA, and I saw this once here in Melbourne, and the teacher came back from like a 3-month stint in Melbourne. They bought books and they took a selfie saying, just straight out of LA, and they bought 4 or 5 books. And I go, you can't teach this shit after you studied it for 3 months. You can't teach this shit by reading a book. This takes years. I'm not bragging, but I have spent years, literally over 20 years in acting classes. I mean, it's there. I'm saying? I know it, I get it. And when I see these teachers go, wow, what? You're teaching? Really? How? How do you have such an understanding of these skills and tools that you can, with full confidence, pass them on to a student? Remember, we have such responsibility. It's not about making money. This actor has a dream. They have a hope. They've invested, we hope anyway, their whole life into this. Our job is to guide them and give them the tools and send them on the way and inspire them. And also above that, to teach them how to inspire themselves. I can't be there every 5 minutes for everyone. We teach people to inspire themselves. We teach people this is a long journey. This is tough. You need to learn how to take care of your own. You need to learn how to learn these tools. You need to learn how to interpret and have a voice as an artist. So you put it out there. Anything below that is shit. And I mean that with every fiber of my bone, saying my muscles, everything, right? Because it's not our duty to tell people, do it like this, do it like this. If this doesn't fly, you can't be in my class and all that crap. No. Teach skills, let the actor find it on their own. Let them learn that muscle, okay? Don't force people how to do it. Don't abuse people on stage by revealing personal information. I always talk about personal stuff so you understand how to use it, but I don't want your personal stuff. I expect you to use it respectfully, professionally, but use it. So find that teacher that talks to you. Find that teacher that understands you. Find that teacher that guides you. Don't find that teacher that belittles you. Don't find the teacher that just tells you how to use things. Don't find that teacher that just teaches you in class and then says farewell. No, we're here for the long term. And I try to be there as much as I can. We are here for the long journey. I hope you understand that. I hope you find people like that that inspire you and can teach you. Hope this helps. Take care.